People, I'm going to jump right into it. Today we're going to talk about self-hatred of the black man, or how it's being taught in the community, or, where in ways that we don't even know. And self-hate is more of a very large area of discussion, because it can span from a range of emotions. That black boys, black men are just subject to, the sickness of it just as well as females are. But as far as our emotions in it, for example, we loving let's say for instance, loving everything white but hating all things black. Form of something, which our emotions are so wrapped up in. And self-hate could come from a wide range of things, as far as I said, with the emotions, weight, gender, color, and we tend to be judged upon that, and we become self-loathing, so it stems from a lot of, low self-esteem, lack of confidence, which can evolve into a lot of self-hate. So the normal aspects based on race for black males, also have a form of self-hatred based on their gender, like I just said, and it's very evident for us. And a lot of times with that, and just for us trying to get ahead in life, or you got young black men or young black girls trying to get ahead in life, we all form the concept or the consensus that we continue to be angry at those who have the power and influence over us and life-changing opportunities. A lot of times we experience that. When you're trying to get ahead, we experience it. So that perpetuates more anger and possibly self-hatred on top of that. And self-hatred leads to a lot of drastic things. And it can bring you to embrace whiteness and reject your blackness in all senses, or just trying to accept another race for what you see it for, rather than accepting your own. I believe this causes black males in the community, in part, to do ridiculous things. Because within self-hatred plays a part where you try to recapture a lost sense of masculinity, and that's huge, because it plays a part always, and it always has. So when a repeated test to respond like a man presents itself to black males or to black men, we tend to usually respond. We fail to respond, however rationalized, and we begin to hate ourselves as men when we fail. Feeling like a punk, or feeling lower than we should. And sometimes that lies the fundamental cause of, violent crimes against other people. It happens like that because we tend to hate ourselves. And a lot of times it can be taught. We kind of like taught to where the mask of self-hatred and self-doubt. That sounds crazy, but it does happen like that a lot of the times. And most people don't realize it. They don't realize it at all. And you got a place where you got something where, how can I say, people exhibit self-hatred without even realizing it. Issues of black self-hatred is usually depicted from a female point of view. Because if you look at it on the other side, in numerous articles, books, documentaries, essays that's published by black women on self-hate, they aren't afraid to speak about it. They ain't scared to speak about self-loathing. They just aren't, because it happens often. Not only to black men, but to black women as well. And it's projected. It's just, you see it. It's in the community. It's even taught in the schools. For instance, everybody know the study of, you know, the white kids and the black kids based on the dolls. What do they perceive as better? Pure, like what's pure? And they always go towards the white doll versus the black doll. The black doll is ugly. It's not as pretty or as light as the white doll. You know, we even get it now these days, you know what I'm saying? Team light skin, team dark skin. Because people don't embrace who they are. You know, they tend to self-hate because they're not taller. They're not muscular. You know, they're not this, they're not that. They tend to do that. Yet for some reason, black men are really silent about their own content. And a lot of black men don't want to acknowledge the feeling of disgust for themselves about self-hatred. You know, and it's pretty much shit. It is considered emasculating. That's the word I'm using. To ever even admit the existence of such thoughts of self-hatred. So because self-hate manifests itself and is projected to the outside world for display once you give that off. And also is born out of despair and unhappiness. I see it within a lot of young black boys and girls in the community all day, every day. And we just not accepting who we are. We have the self-doubt. We have, you know, the self-hate. We have the low self-esteem. You know, that's projected to most. And it all boiled down to, you know, how it's being taught to us and how we self-hate without realizing. We don't have the confidence. It has to be taught to us. We have to seek that. We have to not, you know, be so self-loathing to each other, or to ourselves, or how we see and how we view things. But that's just a little part of it. I'm going to get back to it. You know, I got to save some stuff for another video. But like, share, subscribe. As usual, y'all be blessed, and I'm out.